Hi, everyone. I am Wendy Watson, the hostess with the mostest for the Sass Cash and Class Conference right here in Denver on April 5th. We can have it all without feeling like we need to sacrifice anything. There's too many of us out there that feel like we have to sacrifice the relationship for the career or vice versa, or the health and wellness for the kids. And in this day and age, with the global economy and the technology that we have these days, there's just absolutely no excuse for that. We can have everything that we ever wanted and more. And that is what this conference is about. And I want to welcome one of my speakers, Mrs. Sherry James.
Thank you, thank you. It's Miss, by the way, for any
Uh,
single eligible bachelors out there. It's Ms. Sherry James for right now. So hi, Wendy. Thanks for having me.
Sweetheart. Talk about manifesting relationships. Here we
Exactly.
go.
Let's just put it out there. Let's put it out there in the universe. Thanks
And
for
I
having
cannot
me.
be on Zoom without Clementine showing up. So if you see her, just say hi.
I actually have mine in the room with my son. So
There you go. So, Miss Sherry James, you talk about creating mental wealth. Let's talk
Mhm.
about that a little bit because that's juicy.
Oh my gosh, it's so perfect for your conference, right? You're talking about SaaS and cash and class. All of those things are very key components to creating mental wealth. So, after my 33 years in corporate America and everything from human resources to IT to project management, I did all the things. And I didn't understand when 2019 happened. Like, what am I going to do with all of these skills? They don't seem to like mesh, right? They didn't seem to make sense. But I've been a speaker for 30 years, and thanks to Toastmasters, they've helped me to keep my skills sharp based on some maybe Pavlovian things that happened when I was in Toastmasters a long time ago. But I decided to do something that not only taught the next generation of leaders about financial literacy, but that they could use that same terminology to talk about their mental health. Because nobody wanted to talk about mental health. Nobody wants to talk about what they're feeling. And as a parent of a 35 and a 17-year-old, I found myself guilty of not having those conversations with my kids either, right? And so I
Yeah.
developed this curriculum. And then we also have a TV show called Creating
Mhm.
Mental Wealth.
Yeah.
And that's what we talk about. We talk about things like this call is a mental wealth deposit. It is something that goes on the,
Ooh.
it's a positive for me. There are some things that happened earlier today that were not. They were mental wealth withdrawals. I don't know, like traffic. Yeah. Um, we're in Texas, so the weather is different every 45 minutes. So those things could be deemed as mental wealth withdrawals if we allow that. And so what I love is that I get to teach people how to take a moment, take 7 seconds of silence and reassess, is this really a mental wealth withdrawal or how can I make it into a deposit? And I love, especially when I go to college campuses, I see girls on, or specifically the sororities, the young ladies are like posting, this was a mental wealth deposit for me. And it just warms my heart to know that what I worked so hard to build, people are actually using it
Mhm.
and it's saving lives and it's helping specifically younger people choose life in situations when they feel like they want to give up.
Which is so incredibly important. I know so many people that have been there or have done it,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So I love what you do, and I love the importance of the topic, especially this day and age,
Yeah.
with all the shootings and everything else that's going on. It's such an important topic, and especially
Yeah.
for leaders, right?
Mhm.
Leaders, whether you're a corporate leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're a political leader, you're, a mother, right? Or a parent of some kind, you're still a leader, right?
Absolutely.
Um, it's so important to have that mental wealth
Mhm.
because you're wearing so many different hats and you're
Mhm.
juggling so many different plates
Mhm.
that keeping that sanity is so incredibly
It
important.
really is. It is. And even though I created the curriculum, I still fail some days, right? There
Oh,
are
what?
yes, I do. This being human thing, I tell you, it's a thing, right? But
Good.
it's awesome to be able to give myself that grace. So I had a live I did a couple of days ago, and I talked about grace, giving ourselves grace, because we will give everyone else all the grace in the world. Like, oh, surely she didn't. I just, yeah. But we don't do that for ourselves. We're like,
Yeah.
I should have did this and I should have. And so I said, wouldn't it be cool if we use the same thing that they do when you get on the airplane and they're like, please put your mask on first before you help someone else. I'm like, what if that face mask was a grace mask?
Ooh,
Don't you
that's
like that?
juicy. I
Right?
like
Like put
it.
your grace mask on first before you try
Yeah.
to help anyone else. Give yourself
Yeah.
some grace. Like, what are you going through? How many mental wealth withdrawals did you experience yesterday or this morning?
Hmm.
Or got it. Now give yourself some grace and then find out what those deposits are and utilize them. So if it's singing or dancing or music, our cats.
Yeah. So how do you incorporate that with being able to balance life, family life, community,
Mhm.
business or career, relationships, health and wellness? How important is that when we're trying to balance all of these different aspects of our lives?
That's a great question. And I didn't bring my prop. I had a prop for you. But we have this, it's like a bill balance sheet, right? And so
Mhm,
what I instruct my clients to do, whether they are in college or C-level executives, it doesn't matter. They get to write down every day before they get out of bed, before they check social media, they get to write down, here are all the things that I have in my mental wealth bank. I am
mhm,
healthy, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I have a place to live, I'm fed, like I'm safe. Like these are
mhm,
all things. And then you every single day you assess a value to those things. And that's one thing that most people don't do when we journal. We just write stuff
mhm,
down. But what happens is when you want to go back and be like, oh man, something really good happened to me on some day, I don't remember. So we give people the tool to just put a heart next to something that's a mental wealth deposit. So this conversation today, mental wealth deposit, put it down. Today is
yep,
January 2nd, 2025. And this is a mental wealth deposit for me. And we've got to balance it. And so many people are like, I did good things last year. What were they? And you
mhm.
and I probably can't remember. Oh my gosh, hi, sweetheart.
This is Clementine.
Hi. It's like I just want to be in the call, on the call. Hello.
Just
Well,
wants to be with me.
welcome to the show. Welcome. Hi. Yeah, so that's it. I think checking your balance, just like you do with
Mhm,
your bank account. That's
yep,
so important is checking your balance. Where am I overdrawn? Right? Because the holidays left a lot of us overdrawn. People overload.
yep, yep.
Um,
So, so what attracted you to the Sass Cash and Class conference that I'm partnering with Lead and Empower Her She Talks?
well, obviously because I'm sassy. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
no, kidding, but not really. No, but
Yeah.
honestly, like I love the whole objective of the organization, right? So when I got introduced to you, especially reintroduced by Anthony Perez, who is like, no, you need to meet Wendy. She's doing amazing things. I wanted to support you because this is your
Okay.
event and it's going
Thank-
to be phenomenal.
Mhm.
But also making sure that I understand the importance of my SaaS and my cash and making sure that I, show up
Good.
the class that I need to because
Mhm.
a lot of people don't want to talk about mental health, right? Mental
Yeah.
health, mental wellness, anything mental. If you say the word mental, they think that there's no class about it, right?
Yeah.
That's not a classy conversation. And so I love that this event embraces all of those. Oh, well, so.
Oh, she felt lonely. Oh
So
my gosh, I love that.
yeah,
They're here.
our cats are our co-stars today.
Apparently, they're going to be as good of friends as we are.
Obviously. Obviously. But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what attracted me to it. I'm super excited. And it's in Denver, which I love.
Hmm.
Except if it's snowing.
April. Well, it shouldn't be by April.
So,
I
yeah,
can't make it's Denver. I can't make apparently out here we can expect all 4 seasons in any given day. So I
kind of
can't
like
make any
Texas.
promises.
That's okay. That's okay. As long as there's
So
sunshiny faces there, it's
that's
beautiful.
right. So we're gonna have like a wide range of women, people, actually, men too, at the conference,
Mhm,
from stay-at-home moms to corporate leaders, nine-figure earners,
mhm,
to world leaders,
mhm,
and even 10 to 17.
mhm.
Kids 10 to 17 are free, by the way, because we want the younger generation to start incorporating a lot of the things that we're teaching. The
Absolutely.
earlier, the better, right?
Mhm. Right.
So, what are you hoping that the audience will take away from your speech, and why is it so important to bring in the younger generation?
So as a corporate leader for as long as I was, one of the things that used to frustrate me is that we didn't teach our incoming employees, right? The interns. When I first started way back in the 1900s, we had like I know, don't tell anybody. But we had onboarding. We would train our employees. Like you'd have to spend 6 to 9 weeks with a training team to talk about the culture of the company and how to do your job and why your job is important. And so I remembered always reaching back and having interns. I started an intern program at two of the large organizations that I worked for, multi-billion-dollar companies that didn't have a program that actually said, hey, let's get some college kids in here, some high school kids in here, and show them what it's like to be a leader in corporate America. So for me, I'm super excited to be able to dust off those skills that I garnered in corporate America and bring them to this event, because if we don't pour into the next generation, who will?
Mhm.
And more importantly, at your conference, I will be debuting a new topic that
Ooh.
nobody knows about just yet. I think
Yeah.
you probably do. But I
Yeah.
talk about how AI equals um, I just forgot it. That's what happens when you get over 50. And you're just like, it's so, augmented, augmented innovation. And so that's something that can bring the next generation to be excited about it. They're excited about
Mhm.
AI, but when we show them that AI is really the human experience plus
Mhm.
technology, it becomes an
Mhm.
augmented innovation. Now we can do things
Ooh.
faster. We can create things smarter. We can, and
Yes.
so super excited about the younger audience because that's the kind of things they get excited about.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have to come to Denver on April 5th for the Sass Cash and Class Conference, because Sherry is going to kick it off the stage. She's going to be amazing. You have to listen to her speech on mental wealth and why that is so important, and learn some tips and tricks that you can walk away with in that moment,
Right.
right? They're going to be able to walk away
Absolutely.
with stuff that day.
Yes. And for two people, we're giving away two creating mental wealth discovery sessions where they get to spend
Mm.
90 minutes with me, and they'll get their own personalized creating mental wealth balance sheet that I then will follow up with them.
You guys, there's no monetary process value to that. That is priceless. To be able to have something that you can walk away with and use that day to start creating your mental wealth,
Mhm.
or increasing your bank account on your mental wealth,
Yes.
is incredibly important. And she's just one of the many speakers that we're going to have in Denver on April 5th, amongst a whole bunch of other ones. And she's going to be amazing. She's even going to be in our health and wellness panel where you can ask her questions. One-on-one, we're going to have 4 women on that panel. Sherry's going to be one of them, and you can ask her directly any questions that you guys might have. So click the link below, get registered. This thing is going to sell out with the quality of speakers that we're going to have. So click the link below, because I can say that fast.
Say it fast, 5 times.
And I can't wait to see you guys in Denver.
Awesome. See you in Denver. Thanks, Wendy.